Okay. Good afternoon to everyone. So this is Team Kamuli. We are team of 3. So our colleague is not here with us, but we hope him to join with time. And we are having some of the scholars here with us. So we are ready for the meeting. Check into Alex.
Yeah, thank you so much. Very much happy to meet with you and share more updates and the highlights. Once more, my name is Alex Adiaka, and I'm a trainer, a mentor, and a life coach at Kamuli Innovation Hub, a SINA community that mostly supporting the alumni of Don Bosco Institution to turn their vocational skill into practice, and they structure their ventures. So we shall be very happy to interact with you, to share with you more. And still at the moment, we shall also be able to give a chance to our scholars, mostly the alumni, to share their highlights, what they have also gained and what is their say the program. So before I go into much details, I think it will be good to first give 2 to 3 alumni to have some little sharing of their experience on the ground, and then talking a little more about the program. So I would be grateful to welcome David Olupot. He will be able to tell us what is he and what course did he do, and then what is he doing right now.
Yeah, thank you so much, everyone. Good afternoon. My name is David Olupot. I'm alumni of St. Joseph, Don Bosco. I joined Don Bosco 2019, where I did my course of building. I did certificate in national certificate in building, and I finished it last year, 2020, yeah, I remember. So after finishing that course, it was really full of struggle. Going out there, getting a job was not easy. I had to go home to stay again. It was not really so easy for me. It was really hard to get a job. Trying to get some jobs, going there, you'll find that people can't give you much time to work with them. So it really gave me a hard time, basing on the fact that I was even taking care of the siblings. I was having a lot of responsibilities. So the little money I was getting was really not even helping me and even as a family. So basing on the fact that I was even paying school fees for the siblings also, it gave me a hard time. And I was just praying God that, God, what should I do now? Yes, I've finished this course, but then there is no job. What should I do? Having hopes and having friends really gave me courage. Then I met with Alex, because Alex was with me here at St. Joseph. So he called me that, do you know what, David? At least come and join us in SINA. At least you have opportunity to change your life. They are really, after me joining SINA, sincerely speaking, though I'm not yet getting any money, but I'm seeing that I have a brighter future, and I have a hope that I really going to help myself and help my family as well. SINA has really done a lot, especially here in Kamuli Innovation Hub. I really appreciate it. And right now we are trying, me and my colleague, we're a team of 2 people. We are trying to come up with a project of packaging materials. We are providing packaging materials to hotels and food businesses, especially packaging materials like cups, plates, paper bags like that, at least to see that their earning increases. And also we make these packaging materials out of paper made, which are really environmental, sustainable. And we are aiming at seeing that the environment is okay and also our well-being is okay. So we are really trying to build this project with a passion, with love, with the courage, and also with the help of Kamuli Innovation Hub. And we are really very happy that this program really entered and it's really impacting us as alumni. Like me, I was not having hope. I was now thinking, how best can I continue with the studies? But then I joined here. I have a lot of hopes that things are going to be okay and we are going to make it with all our full potential. And I'm really so happy and grateful for this program. That's a little bit about me. Thank you.
Thank you so much, David. And yeah, this is what I shared earlier on, that it would be better to interact with them because they are the ones who are going through the transformative experience. So still we can spare 2 minutes. We hear from Nahiria Alice, who is also an alumni, and she did also hotel management.
Okay, thank you, Alex. I'm Nahiria Alice from Kamuli Innovation Hub. I love to socialize and I'm a God-fearing person. Here at St. Joseph, I did hotel management. And after my hotel management, I joined here 2020. So Kev came in, then we left. We came back to school 2021. Then I finished my course 2022. Then after my course, I went outside there. It was not all good because the money that I was getting was not enough for me because I had some many responsibilities whereby I was just earning 150. So it was not enough for me to cater for my family and my siblings. So when I heard about SINA, because my dream was to have my own business, running my own business. So when I heard about SINA, I had a friend who was Esther, and who is now my co-founder here. Esther is the one who connected me to SINA. And when I joined the SINA, I started to see exactly what I wanted. SINA has changed my life since I joined it. It has changed my minds because I have developed in a way that I see exactly what I want over what I wanted to do in the future. So right now, I'm running a business. I'm coming up with a project that is hygienic wash. I want to come up with a product that prevents infections and the bad odor in women. So that's the project that I want to run. So I just appreciate for the program that I joined because I don't regret why I joined it. Though it has not been easy, because when you're there, when you're not getting something, you may say things maybe they are not going to work out. But at least sometimes you may sit down and you see where you're going, then you settle. So I really appreciate and I'm really very happy for the program. I just appreciate. Thank you for listening.
Thank you so much, Alice, Nahiria Alice, and I appreciate really for your sharing. So because of interest of time, we are going to still hear from them, but I would like to tap a little bit why alumni are creating their own jobs and the enterprises. So the most pressing challenge that we found out, like alumni and the youth themselves are facing a challenge of unemployment and lack of competence in the job market. These were the pressing challenges that we experience as alumni. So a little bit about me also, I did fashion and garment design. So that is the course I did from Don Bosco Institution. But then unfortunately, after finalizing with the course, I find also a challenge of unemployment. Yes, I had a skill, but then I was unable to put this skill into practice. And then still in the job market, I was unable to compete because of the level where I am. So this was something that was pressing at the moment. So when we found out this, the chance that came in about the SINA model, and the first day I remember it was on June 12th, that's when we were selected to go and understand the SINA model, how it works and how it can transform the lives of the youth. So indeed, when we went for that training, a 1-year training, it was really something so transformative. And it's something that makes me proud of today. And it is not only me to be proud, but I believe this proud is going beyond other alumni of Don Bosco Institution, just as you have heard from them. And with this, after 1 year, we came back on the ground. And then when we came back on the ground, it was in still June. That's when we came back on the ground. Yes, we came back, we had nothing, but then we had to lay down the strategy. As we know that turning challenges into opportunities is one thing that we have to consider. So we started also to come back on the ground, the Don Bosco Institution, where that sent us for the training, and we express our gratitude and appreciation, and the need at the moment was to start the implementation since the knowledge is acquired and it's something that you want to see its immediate effect. So then we had our first applied social innovation program that was in July 1st, and mostly focusing on personal development. So we're also going to talk about a little bit why personal development matters a lot with this alumni. So mostly we co-founded the Kamuli Innovation Hub, a SINA community that empowers alumni, youth to unleash their potential using a self-organized free-possible learning space. So with this free-possible learning space, as a SINA, we use freedom and responsibility, allowing alumni to have their freedom to create what they want to see. It will be something that is vital for them. So this was something that I felt like, yes, it's something so nice, just as you have heard from them. And then going how we have been getting into this from the first enterprises that currently going into development and structuring. So currently, ever since we launched the program in July, so we started our empowerment on applied, and then after applied, we had 11 alumni due to the challenging facts they are experiencing, most of the needs that are unmet, because I can say, yes, we are living in the background that is not real something that makes me to be satisfied of. So we are having 6 items involvement under stage. So we are having AromaGuard decomposer. So mostly AromaGuard is an enterprise that is aiming at supporting the household get rid out of bad smell from the toilet. And this project, it was something that even surprising, it was developed through the 3 months training in applied. So through the process and also the sessions that are offered in applied, this was an idea that came in using a design thinking process. So when this idea like making an emo that can prevent bad smell. So one of the scholar went and tried and collected the food remains, the organic waste food, and then after collecting, when he preserved, since he learned agriculture, so he knows how to process all those things to turn all the food remains into something. So when he tried all his level-based to test and he found out that it would work, then he decided to turn it into a real life project whereby it's structuring. Then we're also having Green Gold. So Green Gold is also trying to support the market vendors and the farmers after the tomato post-harvest losses, mostly the rotting of the tomatoes. Then we also having diners. Diners is mostly also supporting the food businesses and the restaurants, mostly the challenge of the food packaging materials, which are eco-friendly. So this is also one of the enterprise. Then we have also EcoFit Uganda. So EcoFit Uganda is also an enterprise. This one is also, I'm also among the people developing it because I have also to be an example of how this is impacting. So we're also trying to turn polyethylene bags into sustainable clothings and mostly turning polyethylene bags into clothings. So this is also something we are trying to develop. And then we also having Awali. Awali Enterprise is mostly also supporting the reluctant mothers, the mothers with babies, to have the good baby carriers that can support them to carry their babies. And then we have hygienic wash. So the hygienic wash also realizes that the school-going students have a challenge of hygiene and mostly the bad smelling of their body parts and all that things. So they're also trying to come up with a venture that is trying to support them. So this is something so great that all these ideas had to come in after the 3 months training. And it will be good also to share more how these ideas come into existence and how are we supporting. So we also go through intense mentorship and coaching guide with the structured feedback sessions that refines the idea into actionable steps. So mostly every week they also go through different sessions, and since these ideas are now under the second stage of empowerment, mostly focusing on professional side of development. So now the sessions are well structured in a feedback form that turns their ideas into actionable steps. And then when we look at the 3 months training, so mostly this 3 months training supports this alumni to, one, self-awareness. It's something that is vital, and then self-discovery. So we realize also understanding your true potential and your abilities based on your skills, the passion and the values you have, then you're able to define yourself. So this is why we are saying personal development is a key for this alumni also to go through it, and also to realize also the side of the adaptability, taking risk, and also goal-oriented mind. So shifting their mind from fixed to growth mindset is also something that's done through the first 3 months applied social innovation program, whereby there are a lot of sessions and some of the key activities that happen there. We also take them through the 7 habits of highly effective people and comfort zone challenges. So mostly this one entails the productive habits and decision-making skills, because you realize they have a lot of challenges. Yes, the parents are saying you have acquired the skill, they expect you to start doing something to bring home, but it's still a challenge. So we also try to give them this kind of 7 habits of highly effective people that makes them be proactive and also makes them have good decision-making skills, and also to be able to take risk and ability to perform. And then also we take them through different Spark training and the boot camps together with the workshop. So with this workshop, we also try to see how they can exchange learn from others and also from other SINA communities. So this is also something that they need to go through, defining themselves, who they are, why they exist, and what are they able to do in the world. So these are key aspects that they need to understand. So through that, they align themselves based on the courses they have acquired, the skills. How can they align them together and turn them into practice instead of going outside there seeking for jobs from the job market? And then also through applied, they go through project-based learning and design thinking process. And mostly this one to equip them with the skills of problem solving and also exercising their creativity and to try how can they put their skills into practice. So that is why that happens. And then when we go to the highlights from the self-organization structure, because with the SINA model, we mostly use a self-organization structure. And with this self-organization, we mostly consider holacracy, why holacracy matters most. And because decision-making process, we want to involve everyone. These scholars that we train to be in this decision-making process, and then also performing in the organization, the roles and other activities, we encourage them. We try to encourage them to practice their leadership skills and also making sure that they do collaborate. And with the sessions that being offered in applied, you find most of them, they are practice in the self-organization. So mostly for them to put them into practice, that's when we give them that space for them to practice that. And then we also use what they call symbiotic enterprise training in how they can raise station, how they can process station, and to see that they are according to their needs and the needs of the people they are living with. So the key benefits of the self-organization, you find it encourages leadership, collaboration, and accountability among scholars. They become more accountable of whatever step they have to take in their life and also the projects they are holding. So that is one vital thing. And then also makes them to work in a team collaboration. This is also something that is vital. How can we work together collaboratively, not working as individual, but we have to bring the art of working together and then ensure the sustainability of their ventures. So with the roles that are in the organization, they try to practice them. By the time the organization maybe reaches a time of finance, show management, record keeping, they have already exercised them. And with this, it will not be a challenge to them. It will be easy for them to continuously turn what they have learned through the organization roles into their projects. So that is why self-organization is vital and taking up roles in the organization. So yeah, we have been having a lot of transformation as we have trained 31 alumni. And with this alumni, yes, 11 of them, they are under product development, business structuring. So that is in the second stage. Then you find we're having the 20 that are still in the first stage of personal development, trying to understand themselves, self-discovery. So with the enterprises being created, 6 of them, this is something so vital that we hope it would be helpful to share with you what we have done so far. Just within 6 months, you find there is some great impact that the program has so far done. So this is something so vital, shows that how this will transform the alumni. So we have also experienced different kind of challenges on the ground here, and of which it will be good we sort of sharing also to everyone. So the first thing that we have experienced on the ground, the space. So looking at when we started working, we had a lot of things that are meant to be done, and then the activities to be performed. So there is a challenge that under operation, we don't have enough space. Currently, we are only having 1 room That is when we came back, the institution allowed us to use only one room. And with this room now, it's quite challenging that most of the enterprises that are under development, they need product development and production. So there is a need for production center, which is not there. You find also there are 2 stages that are currently going since we are having 5 stages of empowerment. So the 2 active stages, that's the first and the second, you find the sessions has to be delivered differently, but then the space that we have is quite limited. And then also looking at the program activities versus the scholars' needs. So limited finances is also among the challenge because you find the scholars have a lot of things that they need, and through their day-to-day activities, they have a lot of things they are also encountering. So they also need to be supported. And then at the same time, the organization also have a lot of activities that needs to be input. You find there is a limited. And then currently we have also limited accessories. Mostly this comes with the laptops and the well-equipped library. So we are training the alumni, yes. And then when it comes to now, they have to interact with the digital side because they have to do research, and they have also to make sure that they make their presentations every week. They have weekly presentation. But you find out it's a challenge that we only have 2 laptops. Most of the laptops are there are only 3 of them. That is for I and Esther, then with Brian. And with these laptops, we have also a lot of work to perform. And then the same time, the scholars also need to do research. So it's quite challenging that scholars have no resources to be used on the ground. And then, yes, we appreciate the institution for at least giving us a space. However, we have also faced the high restrictions whereby within the Don Bosco institution, the administration find restricting us from not using the whole space. So you find out that the program activities are not well implemented due to those restrictions. Some of the sessions you find scholars are meant to do them practically, but you find out that when you send them outside there, they are restricted. They are not allowed them to do all that. So those are kind of the challenges we are facing on the ground. And then still you find just of current, when we started our operation, yes, they allowed us to use the space for free, but then just of recent, we found there was a turn up that we need to pay the space, and of which with where we are standing, we are not able to get all these. So it's quite challenging that we are unable to do most of the things. And then due to the commitment of the alumni, the scholars, due to their resources not being met, because you find the family has also the responsibilities they need, then the personal needs as an alumni. So you find out that they are not able to commit there to every day, and then they find it comes today, tomorrow, a scholar communicates, I've experienced this challenge due to this and this. You find it's quite challenging. So with all this, as the SINA community that is already created since the year is ending, so we have also drafted a call to action, mostly that needs a joint collaboration and partnership to see that if all these needs are met, there will be a great achievement and the impact that will be created by the end of next year. So with the thinking fundraising collaboration that we are looking at, mostly focusing on how we can structure our own space, that is purchasing a new land. And if we are able to get land where we can set this as a SINA community, as the community that is focusing on the alumni, this will support this alumni to be able to practice all the kind of the skill they have. You realize most of them, they have skills in agriculture, they have skills in the different areas, even in building and all that. But then the space where we are, they are unable to practice all these kind of skills they have. And then if we also looking at, if we are able to acquire land, then if we can set maybe like 4 buildings that at least can accommodate, because most of the scholars' needs, you find they need accommodation. They also need some personal upkeep that mostly support them acquire their skills. Then also due to the long distance, they always move every day and then. And sometimes, like just at the closure of the year, we have a lot of rainfall this side. You find rain can rain from morning to night, and then at the end of it all, the turn up, it's quite a bit low due to kind of that challenges. And then also on side of feeding, yeah, it's also something that when we started, we don't have resources, and then training someone from morning up to evening is quite challenging without having something being fed well. And with this, we want to ensure the well-beingness of the scholars when they are pursuing their studies, and then active participation in the program and to show their full commitment. And then also we are looking at the utility bills. If we shall be able to secure the space, if at least having a joint collaboration that covers utility bills like electricity, water, internet, the transportation, and even the telecommunication networks, mostly those are like gadgets. This will enhance the community awareness and other things that are to be done. And then also we are looking at if we are able to secure this land, since these alumni, most of them, they have their skills, and to create the sustainability of the organization, it's also something that is vital that we can try to say that with the land, if we are getting like 3 acres of land, at least there will be a space where we can do the sustainability, like practicing agricultural food crops, and so that we can avoid over expense of things like food and other things that may need. And then, yeah, why this journey matters a lot. One of the transformative impacts that will bring in, alumni will become the change makers in their communities, creating jobs, opportunities for others. You find out, yes, they are not only alumni having these challenges. There are a lot of people, they use both the community people, the youth itself, and even the school. Most of them, they are school dropout due to school fees, dues, and other expenses. So if these alumni be able to become the change makers in their communities by creating the enterprises that can create jobs for other people, will be a great impact to see that the community is well sustainable. And then also it will boost the local economies while addressing the societal challenges. There are a lot of challenges are happening in the community, and we believe with this model, it can even support us to make sure that most of the economic sustainability of the local communities will be able to stand to its feet. And then the reduction of unemployment and job thinking mindset. So with this program, we believe also there will be reduction of unemployment among the alumni, and also the job thinking mind, because this is something that makes you to have a goal-oriented mind that where you focus on structuring your own ventures. And with this, we believe that we shall be able to build a generation of self-resilient, innovative leaders capable of driving sustainable development in our country and beyond Uganda. So appreciate so much for the support and also the chance and the grant opportunity given to alumni. And we believe together we can turn challenges into opportunity and creating a thriving network of young entrepreneurs and change makers. So really, really so much happy. And with more interactions, we shall be able to still share with more of the alumni and to see how best they can be able to be collaboratively supported and see what can be done. And then also, yeah, we believe 2025 is our bigger vision that we are looking at, whereby we are aiming at impacting, reaching to 100 youth, since we have so far supported 31. So we want to make sure that 2025 ends when we have reached 100, if all goes well. And if the resources that I've shared are met, this will be able to be achieved. And that is what I can say for now. For any other question, any kind of support that maybe towards what we have shared, we are so much open to listen and interact with you. Thank you so much. And we appreciate SINA for at least making us structure a new SINA community in Don Bosco institution. So I believe together we can continuously engage and see that we shall have the thriving change makers in the world. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Alex, and the whole team and the scholars. My suggestion would be that we're already half time through the allocated time. Maybe we move straight to Tunaweza, and then maybe Tunaweza maximum 30 minutes, that we have at least 15 minutes at the end for more questions, conversations. I think that could work well. Is that okay for Don Bosco Mondo as well? So yeah, Tunaweza, maybe maximum 30 minutes. Over to you in Bombo.
Hello, everyone. This is Tunaweza team. Tunaweza means we can. We're here to impact the world for the better life. Personally, I'm Eva. I'm a co-founder at Tunaweza Innovation Hub and an alumni at Don Bosco Vocational Institute, Bombo. I did electrical and solar installation. And now I'm here back to Don Bosco to give back, also to support my fellow youth. In the journey of social entrepreneurship and creating their own jobs, not to be job seekers. So we're going to represent as a team. We're a team of 3, and I'll not be talking alone because we are a team. We believe in team working. So we shall be presenting the 3 of us here and some of our scholars at the ground. So we went to Django or in PG, and we managed to achieve different skills for a full year. And we came back in June 2024 to prepare and see how we can better impact our community, better impact the Don Bosco family. And early July, we are able to start our program. We carried out scholar selection. Out of the 46 scholars that we had registered, we managed to select 25 of them to start the program with us. And in 23 of them graduated out of the personal development program or the first stage of applied. And now they're in emerging, the second stage, 18 of them. And now we have 2 cohorts now, and the second one, they are graduating on 13th this December. We have 18 of them that are going to graduate on 13th of December. So in that total, we have at ground 34 scholars at the ground. So we started with our personal development, and through the sessions that we conducted, our scholars, we have seen them changing their lives. We have seen them shifting their mindset. We have seen them transforming, and also we have seen them discovering who they are really. Because when we are at school, the other side of VTC, it is very difficult to identify who you are. We choose subjects of what we want to do, but at the end, which is not a problem solving to the community. But now that our scholars have managed to identify their passion, really what they want to do and what they want to achieve in life through the program that we are having at the ground, our scholars have also been able to have subjects like the session in NVC, which is a tool that helps them to communicate well, to have that understanding language, to have that empathetic language. When they're speaking to people, they're able also to communicate in a language that is not violent. So we have also been able to carry out sessions like in comfort zone challenge, whereby a scholar is able to leave their comfort zone, because we believe doing something that is very powerful, you can't do it when you're still in your comfort zones. We have seen our scholars leaving their comfort zones, people who claim that they cannot stand in front to present because they have low self-esteem. They have now shifted their mindset. They can stand and present without any fear because of the sessions that we have provided to them. So we shall be talking with testimonials around. So let us have one of the scholar that is in the personal development, the applied stage right now, to talk to themselves.
So my name is Mirembe Nora, and I'm currently one of the students in the applied stage. And I'm here to testify because we began on early October, that was 7. That's when we began our program. But most of us were shy. We were not able to interact with friends. But this program has helped us to gain self-confidence. We can now go out to the world and speak confidently. It has helped us to realize who we are. Maybe some of us did not know what we can do, what we are best in, but now we are able to do it. We are able to be creative. And it is really a good program that I can recommend to our friends. Thank you.
Nora. So that's one of our scholars in applied stage. And now we are going to also talk about our professional development, the second stage, where people come up with their own projects or ideas. So as I said, I'm not speaking alone. So I'll call my colleague Simon to take you through this program. Thank you.
Yes, hello everyone. My name is Simon Alungat, co-founder at Tunaweza Innovation Hub, and also a partner. I'm really very glad and happy to have all of you here and sharing with you what we have done on ground since we left where we're doing our training from. So as Eva said, take 2 steps, that is personal development and professional development. So when you look at the first step we take at them to is personal. When you develop someone personal, then you can also turn into a professional development. So that is the first stage of applied. Then when they join to the next stage, which is emerging, emerging is our next stage. That's where they now develop into professional development, but we don't leave personal. So there is personal and professional. Here we focus so much into professional development. So just from the applied, we take them through a boot camp. And in a boot camp, we make them to align the passion and their purpose. So most of the time, why we see maybe in businesses after attaining the skills, they go back to their villages and they still remain the same like they have never gone to school. So with this program, and we give them to do exactly what they want, what is their passion and what is their purpose in life. So in most cases, go and do the subject, go and do
connectivity issue. We lost you a little bit. You're muted now. I think it's better. Try again.
Yeah, sorry, our network went off.
We hear you well now. And
Yes, so I was telling you we involve into a boot camp where there is personal and we give them to play their purpose and their passion. Then from there, we take them through what they call a design thinking process. Now in design thinking process, that's the main purpose why people always don't succeed in business is like they don't involve the community within what they are doing. So here we involve the community. So our scholars go to the community, they go and do customer discovery. What are the challenges? What are the pressing challenges in the communities? So you find they don't do what they think, but they do what the community wants them. What are the solutions? Then they come with those solutions according to the community's needs, not according to their needs. So you find everyone has a purpose, and in every purpose, there is always a need in that purpose. So when we take them through ideation process, they come up with their enterprises or the businesses. And currently we have the scholars in the next stage in emerging, and we so far have projects coming. And one of the projects Solite. And this is the product from Solite. So it's all right for them. They make bags out of wastes. When I talk about waste, there are various and the polythene bags. So in the polythene bags, they transform them into bags, but those bags contain solars in them. So the main purpose is like to solve the problem of rural electrification. When you find the most areas of Uganda in rural parts where there is no electricity, and these scholars, like the students, need to learn at night. So we have a scholar here, he came with a good idea that I have to make a bag, and in that bag there is a solar and a solar lamp. So that at night there is light. So that those scholars, and you find this project mostly focuses on improving the performances of scholars. So when they have light, they can perform well because they can read well. Then we have good light purification. So this is one of the projects that has just come, and I'm excited that is Alumin who's doing that, and it's trying to align the project with the skills he did because she did farming. And maybe let me give her time to explain.
Hello, good afternoon, everyone. I'm Nakanwaji Angel. I'm Don Bosco Aumin, and I pursued a certificate in plumbing. However, when I just completed my course, life wasn't easy because I went outside. I started looking for a job. Just imagine from 2022, when I completed my course, up to July this year, when I came to Tunaweza, I was looking for job and I couldn't find. Through connections, one of my friends referred me to Tunaweza. And when I joined Tunaweza, for sure, my life have really changed because I've had a lot of sessions, more so public speaking, because I couldn't speak in people which I don't know. And also comfort zone challenge. It helped me to break my comfort zone, and also great mindset, because I had that fixed mindset that I could only look for a job instead of being a job creator. However, through the process of design thinking, I have managed to come up with the idea, and now I'm in a process of prototyping, and we are in a group of 3. We are coming up with a project of providing water filters, solving a problem of unsafe water, especially in rural primary schools. And our model is we are going to be providing those filters to schools, because currently the filters in the market, they seem to be expensive. However, our difference is we shall be giving them the filters and they pay 50%, and the rest of the money they will be paying in installments. So I'm really appreciative to Tunaweza. Thank you so much.
Okay, so that is one of our scholars, just from Alumin, and I'm so excited that she's aligning what she did to what she's doing now. So from plumbing to plumbing. So the best thing is to look into the challenge which is happening and coming up with a project according to that. Then we also have COBIN. COBIN are also solving the problem of waste management, and they make dustbins, which are 2-in-1. So they separate the inorganic waste from organic waste. So currently in Bombo, you find, if you go to their market, the conditions, especially during rain, the condition is worse. You may even feel like not to buy food. Why? Because according to the health conditions, the market, it's really very poor. So these people are innovative and coming up with that, and they are using the wastes which they are thrown outside there, the plastics. Then also we have Vegetech are coming with they are solving the problem of the pests and diseases, and they are coming up with the organic pesticides. Then also we have Second Life. Second Life making tiles out of plastics and the carpets. So this is a new idea which is coming. Mostly they are targeting on making the carpets, and we are just waiting how the carpets would look like, and really very excited to see such innovative ideas. We also have Bone Shield. When you look at the population in Uganda here, we have elders, and the elders are always affected by the problem of bone pain and also pain in the joint. So they are coming up with a solution that makes our grandmamas and the granddads to stay longer without pain, so that they can also feel like any other person. Then when we also have eco-furniture are making the tables and the chairs from plastics. So they are also solving the problem of plastic waste, because here we have a lot of plastics being thrown outside there. So we have 8 projects in total, which have come just within a period of 3 months. And we can imagine when we get here, we would be having many which are operating. So this is the idea, and we see them operate just from now. We see in more 3 months, we are seeing our scholars making money out of it and solving this and tackling this problem. Then also I want to take you through the self-organization. So just immediately when our scholars join the second stage, we encourage them to fill on roles, and we use a tool of GrassFrog. So in a GrassFrog, that's when SE operates so much, symbiotic enterprise operates so much, because we don't have the very superior. So here we are all the same. We perform the roles. So you are only the boss in your role. So for example, we may have role of breakfast, role water, role electricity, and all those roles are filled by people. So when we communicate through roles. We don't communicate as, no, we don't expect someone to come to Simon, but you communicate through the role. There are people who fill the role, but you communicate through the role. So when you encourage the role filling, you find there is mentality which comes in a community whereby there is no one who's going to feel big or feel superior to the other. So you become a boss in your role, and you find maybe there are 5 people or 6 people filling the same role. And why we fill roles is like we want everyone to contribute, we want everyone to participate, and want them to develop professionally. Then also, we look at why SINA framework, because there was a VTC. They used to get skills. Why do you now bring SINA framework? So when you look at SINA framework, our major purpose is we want people who create jobs for others. We don't want people who seek jobs, because when you look at the population of Uganda, there are around 32,000 youth who graduates every year. And in 32,000, there are only around in a year 2,000 jobs. Just imagine where other 30,000 youths going. So all those who will remain home thinking for next opportunities. So why don't we, as Don Bosco, come up with employment opportunities to others? So if our scholars really engage and create jobs, we see like if one project can employ more than 15 people, and there are 10 projects coming, you can imagine that number. It will be really a very big number. So that's why people get skills, and we want to develop really. Just from them coming from, after them attaining the skill, we want them to align that skill so that it becomes a job. So you find why they don't have that, they gain a skill, but they don't know how to use that skill. But here we help you in prototyping about that skill, also in mentorship and coaching. That is not in vocational school. In vocational school, they only attend the teachers. There is no mentorship. There is no coaching. So when you coach and you mentor, they try to identify their purpose and what's their passion. And also why SINA framework, there is creativity and innovation. I just imagine the project which was coming. So if that lady was still on the other side of VTC, she would be thinking about going to look for the job. Because of Tunaweza, or because of a SINA framework, you find she's now having innovative and a creative thinking that I have to start my own project. Because for us plumber, even me once, I was a plumber just before joining Tunaweza. So all of us, we just fix our mind into installing people's houses and also maybe connecting pipes to national water. But now here comes that you have to do your own project and make that project to the level that you want to see. Then also we look at community involvement. Why we put that there is a community involvement is that you find all of us fulfill roles and we work within the community. And also when it comes to customer discovery, they go to the community, which is not in PC. So they go, they communicate to the people in the community, they ask them what do they need, what are their challenges, and what are the solutions. So the solutions come in the community, and they can even tell them what exactly they want. So that is a community engagement. And also sometimes we also look at maybe doing activities outside, like we create games with the community outside, maybe football. So the football makes all to be together. Then there is also mind shift, change. Then there is, we also encourage them to present. Like in Imagine, every Friday they present their project and their progress. Then also the SINA framework encourages connection. Since we are in a larger community, we also encourage connections, and that is the key.
Yeah, thank you so much. I see some faces are not new to me. We always communicate, and I like that. I'm by the name of Maurice Michael Ojo, and I'm so glad always to communicate with you guys. Yeah, although we are doing what we are doing in Don Bosco community, we are still challenged with a lot of problems. In the beginning, they gave us only one working space, which is this room we are in. And now, so far, we have numbers of scholars with us. We have 2 stages on ground. And if next year starts, we almost will be in 3 stages as we see their progress. And we are challenged with the working space that we cannot have any more working space or a room where we can facilitate the emerging stage or the second stage. Now we are operating outside, which makes us feel bad because due to the weather in Uganda, sometimes it rains, and if it rains, so we can facilitate the second stage outside. We have to bring them in the room, and we can't conduct 2 sessions at the same time. It's a confusing one. And also we are challenged with the problem of still the working space where these stages, the second stage could prototype their product. And due to that, we work in the society where there's a lot of people, there are students in different parts, and you can't, if they start our scholars, if they're doing their prototype, they put the prototype, but coming the next day when it's taken out and it's spoiled by other students from the vocational center. So we are also not having that security for our gadgets or our properties or our prototype, which makes it kind of hard to track the progress of the scholars. And more so, Don Bosco being that all the alumni, most of them come from far places like the northern part of Uganda or different regions of Uganda. Sustain the alumni or to mostly work with the alumni, we have to have the accommodation for them, at least for the alumni to come and stay as they came to stay in the vocational school before. So if we call them back, the problem is that they don't have any accommodation. And more so, also, we have what is called long distance. We are seeing our scholars, some of them, they are moving 5 kilometers every day, at least to attend something. But if we could have the accommodation, they would also still be with us and also bring that more idea of bonding between the partners and also the scholars. Because if we stay in the same communities, is where now we can even track how do they use the MBC? How do they practice the role? Because I participate only in the role in the morning, and in the evening I'm not there. So other people who are left behind, they still lack that. And more so, we lack what is called commercial place, where we can either do maybe sustainability as the project, and also due to that, we have scholars which are practicing more, so they are participating in agriculture due to that agriculture is the bone of Uganda, and that is where we see a lot of also challenges, and most of our scholars are trying to come with some ideas in the field of agriculture. We were looking for having at least a land where they can just prototype their ideas in the land that we have, the space we have, the garden we have, but due to the space and also other activities we can practice here, because you know that if I put anything, it's going to be taken. And also we lack what is called freedom. Due to that SINA model, we run under free responsibility, and also Don Bosco runs under hierarchy, which is what we know, all of us, and we are trying to bring what is called free responsibility, and how can we practice? So we lack that freedom, that if you tell like a scholar to go and do it, still have the fear that I will be eliminated or I will be not allowed to come in. And also being operating in another person's land or territories, some of the security guards makes it difficult because we live in fences and it's not that easy to access. So if a scholar comes, either the gate is locked, that scholar is go back because they don't know whether the scholar is part of Don Bosco and also part of Tunaweza. We still lack that, and we are looking forward. We tried all our level best and it's not working out. So that is what we are still lacking, but more so we lack what is called the gadgets. Because this time round, we have to allow our scholars to do research. But how can they do the research? The research is only done if you have at least connection, or if you have laptop, or if you have a mobile. But due to that, we operate in rural areas, and sometimes we are challenged. As you are saying, we are breaking with the internet due to that power is on and off, and also we can't sustain. We are running only in one laptop, and they have to make PowerPoint. They have to do the research at the same time. Some people have to have the idea on computer how to operate, but we see we don't have the gadget to at least facilitate them. So I think Simon can add on, and due to time, I can end here.
Thanks, Maurice, for sharing. Maurice has been sharing the challenges that we go through. And yeah, currently we also have, what we believe if that happens, it can facilitate our running with the time. So we are looking at if we can get a space which can bring all of us together as a community. Then the SINA framework will be implemented very well. So currently our most main need would be the space where we are to operate freely, because we operate in a system of responsibility, which is autocracy. And in autocracy, you cannot operate when you're not given a freedom to operate. Today, some scholars were facing a challenge whereby you come to the gate and they tell you go back because they told us, the scars say, they told us you are not supposed to be here. No one's supposed to enter. So that's one of the challenges that we really face. And if we get a space, we'll always have a freedom to do, and the framework will be implemented very well. Then we look at having laptops, because currently we have Wi-Fi. We bought it, but since we just operate from morning up to lunchtime, the scholar just be here within that period of time. So we purchase Wi-Fi every month, but I see it just used a halfway. Because you find people just use it up to maybe up to 1 or up to 2. From there, people go back home since you are required by that time to leave the community for the VTC scholars. So one of the things we need also are laptops that can facilitate these people for research, and also from research, there is also making PowerPoints, because we encourage them to present every Friday. And without them presenting, it makes them hard maybe when they get opportunity for connections with other people, or when they have opportunity to go and present somewhere else, they will face that challenge, fear or what. But when we encourage them to present every Friday, find there will be easier for them. Then also, since most of alumni are coming from far, most alumni of Don Bosco Bombo are coming from northern part of the country. That requires a transport of around 50,000 just coming only, without food and so on. So that's transport, the fare, it's all around 50 from northern Uganda to the central part, from northern Uganda to Luero, where we are operating. So you find, since most of them come from there, they are willing to go into Tunaweza. But when you look at where they are to stay, there is nowhere there to stay. So we don't have a space where those people are staying. So currently also we have a need for accommodation. If we really want the alumni to be together with us, that's why we find also those people now we have are just within Bombo, because they can move. Yeah, they are just within there, and we believe all that happens, everything will be running smoothly. And yeah, I would like to thank everyone who has attended. I will beg to stop here. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you so much to Tunaweza team and the scholars for giving us a great overview. And I think for both of you, it's really remarkable to see the journey already that has transpired, the personal development, professional development, enterprises are upcoming, or ideas are getting traction, and we can't wait to see them take off fully in the coming month or next year. But also thank you for highlighting some challenges and opportunities in the challenges. And from the start, I think it was clear that there will be some different cultures clashing together of a more hierarchical Don Bosco way of organizing the vocational centers, and then Tunaweza, which has this, or Kamuli Innovation Hub, responsible kind of bottom-up approach to empowerment. And maybe that has, now been a little bit challenging here and there. But all together, I think we have really achieved already a lot. But I'm curious now, over to Sylvia, Valerie, Susanna, any questions, any comments that we can, see how we can move